I'm going to show you how I make my favorite cornbread dressing. And I use, here I bake cornbread. I used 2 of these and followed the directions. I'm going to use some regular Italian bread. I'm going to use about 3/4 of this. Not all of it. I'm going to use parsley, chicken broth, ground sage, poultry seasoning, onion, butter, pepper, 2 cans of cream of chicken, eggs, 4 eggs, and a cup of celery. I think that's everything, and let's get started. I'm going to start with half a stick of butter. That's 2 ounces. 2 ounces of butter. And a bay leaf. I forgot to tell you about that. I'm going to add my cup of celery. I'm going to cook this very slow. I do not want any browning. You just want everything to cook slow and get mellow together. That's a cup of onion. And the recipe will be in the description as well. In case I don't tell you something or you miss something, the recipe will be in the description. So I'm going to cook this very slowly. Well, I have my regular white bread cut up. I have about 8 cups there. And you can put it in a pan and let it dry out overnight. Or you can put it in the oven. You can spray your crock pot with like Pam or some kind of vegetable oil. You can spray it. But I like to use butter and just kind of grease it fairly well. I also like to mix my ingredients before I put them in here. I don't like mixing them in here. Well, I have my cornbread in the bowl. I'm going to add the onions and celery that have cooked and gotten soft. I'm going to add the bread. Now, I put my bread in the oven on warm and did it to where it's pretty dry, kind of like that. The 4 eggs. You could leave your bread out overnight. You can leave the cornbread out overnight as well. And here's the 2 cans of Campbell's cream of chicken. I'll get it all in there. I'll turn the camera off and mix it a little bit better. Go ahead and mix it a little bit. We still have broth to add to this. And here's half teaspoon of pepper. 1 teaspoon of ground sage. 2 teaspoons of the chicken flavoring. The poultry seasoning. Poultry seasoning. We'll incorporate this a little bit. I got the rest of that soup in there, cream of chicken soup. We're going to add the chicken broth. I'm going to start off with about 3 cups. Mix. Make sure you get that bay leaf out of there. And put in a real nice handful of parsley. As much or as little as you want. Get that mixed in. Now set your crock pot on high and cook for 2 hours, or cook on low for 4 hours. Here it is after 2.5 hours on high. It does measure 170 degrees, which is very safe. And my favorite part is around the edges where it gets crusty. See that crusty part there? And turn that over. That is my favorite part. And you can let it go 2 hours, but you don't get as much crusty part on high. And it's delicious. Thank you so much for watching.